Hi, pipe smokers. This is Paul the Pipe Guy, live from Rochester, New York, in the United States of America. And in lieu of Thirsty Thursday this evening, I want to go over some other things, but please grab your favorite adult beverage or whatever you want to drink, grab your favorite pipe, whatever blend you want to smoke. And let's sit down and let's talk about what is in your pipe tobacco. Yeah. So basically, what I did is a couple months ago, I started blending my own tobacco using the ingredients that I had. And then I looked at what is in most of the blends that I have. And I picked out 8 different things that are purebreds that actually, when put together as a recipe similar to baking a cake or making food, there's a recipe. So you have to have certain ingredients that are pure to themselves that when blended in a certain way will have the outcome for the pipe tobacco blend that you want. And so I actually started out on 731 blending my own tobacco. I started out with this, I took some apple aromatic, added some Latakia and some rum, and it's just great. It turned out a nice smoky apple taste, just great, probably awesome in the fall. And the second blend, I actually took Scotty's Butternut Burley, and then what I did is I infused it with rum, and I did that a couple of months ago, and it turned out great. Scotty's Butternut Burley with a nice rum backdrop. The third blend I did, I took some pure Latakia, pure Burley, and some Bengal slices, which consist of different things, but they're soaked in bourbon. And that blend came out very, very good. I may juice this one up a little bit with some good Irish whiskey. And then actually another blend that I did, and unfortunately the first blend I did, actually I didn't write it down, but I did take Scotty's Butternut Burley. Yeah, that's what I did. No, I took, no, what is that? Oh, bear with me. Oh, it'll come to me. Anyways, I took a wonderful blend, a nice buttery vanilla blend, and put bourbon and soaked it in that for a month. And that came out the way I wanted it to. So far, I'm doing pretty good. I have 5 different blends. Oh, and yesterday, what I did is I took 45%. Now, tobacco blends are measured in percentages, okay? So you're going to have to do some math. So if you want to make, first of all, if you're going to experiment, I would experiment with no more than 2-ounce blends. Keep it small. 1 to 2 ounce blends. 2 ounces is good. I mean, 1 ounce is kind of shallow. So I took about 2 ounces, 45% of pure Virginia, 35% Latakia, and 20% Burley, and it's soaking in Jack Daniels. Yeah, I did that yesterday, and every day I come home and shake it up, and my cat is killing me, trying to crawl up my back. Sorry. My kitten, yeah. So anyways, that's soaked. I mean, not where you're seeing like Jack Daniels climbing up to here when I come home, but there's just you want just a tiny, a very tiny puddle on the bottom, and then you just shake it every day when you come home from work or whatever. And that's going to sit for a whole month, and I think that's going to turn out really good. A nice smoky blend with some bright Virginias in it. Yeah, and a little burley to give it a little oomph. So anyways, what I have set up here for today, there's basically 8 different ingredients that I found common in most pipe blends. And like I said, when you look at a pipe blend, there's a million different ones available. And look at it as a recipe. So if you're going to bake a cake, it's going to take so much flour, it's going to take so much sugar, it's going to take so many eggs, so much butter, blah, 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 blah. There's an exact recipe. It's the same thing with blending pipe tobacco. And I'm brand new at this, but I've done a lot of studying for about the past year on blending tobacco. So the most common ones that we have, and I do have pipes set up. I have all of the blends set up here. Unfortunately, I don't have the Kentucky, the dark-fired Kentucky in yet, and I don't have what's called Smyrna in yet, which basically Smyrna is a tobacco that gives you like a smooth, buttery taste. And each one of these different pure tobaccos, not blended, can be smoked singularly or blended together. So let's get to it. The first one that we have is burley. So I have about a pound of burley right here. And burley is light air-cured tobacco, which is a mutation, actually, of Virginia developed after the Civil War. Yeah. So, and burley has like a brownish color to it. You can see it's kind of a chestnut color. Kind of smells like hay, you know. And I happen to have a pipe loaded up with just a couple of puffs of that, and I'm using all Mr. Bragg pipes except for 2, because Mr. Bragg did come through with their promise. They're sending me a replacement pipe for my broken apple pipe, and they saw my YouTube channel. I sent them a link, and they loved it. And they said, we're going to send you a few really nice pipes. We want you to review them and then send us the reviews. So it almost looks like I may have a sponsor. Yeah. And I believe in Mr. Bragg pipes because, and I'm going to leave the link to the Mr. Bragg video in the comment section underneath this video after I'm done. The owner is so passionate on making these pipes and making them perfect. Just the fit, the finish, the materials are just top of the line. And this guy could get, and they're handmade in Poland, this guy could get twice what he's getting for in the retail market, in my opinion, for these pipes. And I've only been smoking and collecting pipes for about 2.5 years, but I've purchased over 140 pipes, and I have 5 Mr. Bragg pipes that I bought brand new, and the quality is just superb. So, we're going to take our burley, and we're going to smoke it. Tastes like it smells. Kind of a very dry smoke. Some people love to smoke just straight burley. But the nice thing about burley is if you're putting, and we won't even get into aromatics with the different toppings and flavors and so forth. But nice thing about Burley is it really doesn't have a real strong taste to it. So if you add something like bourbon or whiskey or something like that, or wine, port wine, it's going to take on that flavor. Nice and cool burning, evenly burning. All right, so that's our Burley. And Burley is in a lot of tobacco blends. The next one, which is my favorite, is Latakia. Now, Latakia is actually a long, narrow leaf tobacco, and it's grown either in Turkey or Syria. But in Cypria, I think you pronounce it, is where it's all sent to, and then they process it and do whatever, and they distribute it around the world. And it's this is Cyprian Latakia, and basically what it has long, narrow leaves. It's sun dried, then hung in barns to be smoked over smoldering fires of local herbs and woods. So, yeah. So it gives you that smoky room note and a smoky taste, and we have some of that right here. And it's actually very dark in color. Really, it's black. Yeah. Oh, the smell is unbelievable. This is used in many, many, many blends. You can see it's very black in color. It almost looks like black mulch. And, you know, it's not really super long cut. Oh, that smells so good. And a lot of the blends I buy have Latakia in them. Cat, stay out of my tobaccos. I'm going to have to hurt you. I really wouldn't hurt you, but, you know what I'm saying. All right, so let's try the Latakia. Pure Latakia. Out of this beautiful Mr. Bragg pipe. It's strong. Real smoky room note. This stuff is smoked. It's dried and smoked in barns. Has a smoky taste to it and a smoky room note. A lot of Latakia blends. And I don't have a full pipe. I kind of put enough for a few puffs in each one. A lot of people love Latakia-based blends, and it just is perfect with bourbon or rum or whiskey background. Ah, yeah. So that is our one of our second main ingredients that are in a lot of our pipe tobaccos. The third one is Oriental tobacco. Well, what is it? Oriental, also known as Turkish tobacco. Interesting. Has small leaves that are sun-cured, and it has a very strong aroma. So, and we have a bag of this right here, Oriental. And it's a little lighter than the Burley. You can see the color there. Beautiful golden brown. Oh. And that has like a fruity flavor to it. A fruity smell. It kind of smell like almost like a little hay type with like fruity hay. It smells good. It smells great. So that's what your Orientals are, and those are in a lot of the English blends. They're in a lot of blends. I mean, when you buy your pipe tobacco, you know, if you buy it by the tin, sometimes they'll list everything that is in it, and sometimes they don't. You know, if you buy it by the bulk, they don't. They don't list it at all. Like I have some McBaron mixture, Scottish mixture here. It doesn't tell me what's in it. It just says what it is and when it was packaged. I just got that in today, 10 ounces of it. It's clear the palate. And this is a Mr. Bragg, another beautiful example of Mr. Bragg and their innovation. The owner's always looking to come up with new designs. I mean, this is a very classical design. This is a classical design. That's a classical design, even though it's tiny. But that's an innovative new shape that is just cool. I love the shape of this pipe. So, in that we have our Oriental tobacco, pure Oriental tobacco. Oh, that's really good. It has a raisiny flavor to it, raisiny, nutty flavor. Very, very, very smooth. This alone would be a great all-day smoke. Burns well. Yeah. And all of these tobaccos that I'm showing you are used in blends, a recipe. And they measure that recipe by percentages. Like on my blend I did yesterday, 45% Virginia, 35% Latakia, and 20% Burley. So if you're going to make, if you come up with 1 or 2 ounces that you really love, you know the percentages, so just take the pound, divide it out, what you need to, what's 25% of, 1 pound, which is 4 ounces. You can make a pound of it. The Oriental should be smoked slowly. I notice it does burn well, and it burns fast. So if you're huffing on that pipe, it's going to get hot quick. So that's our Oriental. All right, so next we have what's called Black Cavendish, which is in most pipe blends. It's in a lot of pipe blends. And Black Cavendish is a slowly steamed mixture of dark and sweet tobaccos, very mellow and medium to medium smoke. Definitely an all-day smoke. So let's take a look at our Black Cavendish, which is right here, and it looks pretty much about like our Latakia. There it is, black. Just a citrusy, raisiny smell. Just really good. Smells like springtime. Oh, what a great tobacco that is. And you can buy all the basic pure tobaccos. They have online, there's thousands of recipes that give you the percentages of what you need to put in to what you're going to get out of it. So let's take our Black Cavendish, and we have this beautiful classic Mr. Bragg pipe. I love this pipe. Let's light her up. Oh, yeah. Has a sweet, fruity taste to it. The room note. I can smell that really good. It, wow, what a sweet smell. Another great burning tobacco. This by itself, again, would be a great all-day smoke. Oh, what a wonderful smell. I think I like this one the best. So we'll set that down, and what do we have next? We have Virginia. And what I decided to do is I bought the large Virginia flake because it's supposedly slower burning. You can actually take it and rub it out further, and it'll get smaller. But the large Virginia flake is right here, and you can see it right there. Yeah, kind of a golden color. And the flakes are, these ones are fairly, large. I mean, you can see them right there. But here again, you could take these, I've already tried it. Just rub them between your fingers and it kind of grinds them up a little finer. And the smell on this, it's like a grassy, it smells like fresh cut hay. Yeah. And Virginias are in a large number of pipe tobacco blends also too. So I did buy this, like I said, the larger flake Virginia, because they said it would be a little slower burning. And that we have in our Savinelli, because I ran out of Mr. Bragg pipes, but we're going to have plenty to review soon because they're sending me some. So let's light this up. Oh, first let's... Oh. Well, I have another one over here because it is still Thirsty Thursday. I hope you all are enjoying this and learning. I did put a lot of research, effort, and money into doing this. All right, so here we go with our Virginia. Oh, did I read? Okay, Virginia is golden color to orange, cured in barns for a week. And that's really all I could find about it. very smooth. Cool smoking. Yeah, so a lot of people will just smoke pure Virginias. So there's three other ones on my list. We have Perique, which I do have, and then the Dark Fired Kentucky I do not have yet, and the Smyrna I do not have yet. So we're going to go on to our Perique, which is the last one that I have, and Perique is a strong dark tobacco from Louisiana. It has a strong fruity aroma. And again, this one is black. Interesting. Really, honestly, it smells like horse manure. It does. I had a girlfriend once, she raised 18 horses. When I used to help her clean out the stalls, that was the smell I got. Oh well. But Perique is used in small amounts in many, many, many blends also. And look at your blends. When you order a blend, look and see what's in them. So we have our Perique right here. I probably shouldn't have put it in my 1937 Dunhill, but oh well. Yeah, it is strong. See, now when I burn it, I don't taste that horse manure flavor, or don't taste it or smell it. Well, some tobaccos change their smell with age. Like I said, a lot of tobaccos have Perique in them. In fact, if you look, probably more than half do. Yeah. It is strong. And I suspect the nicotine content's pretty high too. So I wish we had our Dark Fired Kentucky, because that's another major component in a lot of tobaccos. And our Smyrna is one of my subscribers told me about that when I was going over some different pipe blends that I'm making. And he says he blends all of his own. Actually, I crunched some numbers. The average tin, let's say, is $10 to $14. Then you have usually $3.99 for shipping. Let's say your average tin with shipping is $15. 1.75 ounces, just under 50 grams. It's $8.57 an ounce. If you blend your own tobacco, I've got 5 pounds of tobacco already in. I spent $170 so I can make 80 ounces. works out to $2.13 an ounce. And if you buy it in bulk, yeah, you can get it down around to a couple dollars an ounce, depending on what blend you get. But you're going to have to buy a pound, so you're looking at $32 plus ship, almost $40. You know, so I'm not really worried about the cost factor, but I just want to experiment with this, make some great blends. I'm going to put this down because that Perique is definitely high in nicotine. Anyways, I hope that you liked Thirsty Thursday, or this replacement for Thirsty Thursday, on what is really in your tobacco. Like I said, I put a lot of research into this, a lot of time, a lot of preparation, a fair amount of money. So I hope you guys and gals enjoyed it. That's what's in your pipe tobacco, and that's the way everyone tastes individually. Anyways, happy Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday, and I have Saturday off, so tomorrow will really be, thank God it's Friday. I'm Paul the Pipe Guy, live from Rochester, New York, in the United States of America. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I'm looking forward to hearing your comments and questions, any suggestions. I'm an open book. I just want to soak it all in. You know, I'm a sponge. Yeah, I just want to be a good tobacco blender. Yeah, make great stuff. And then once we get some different blends going, we're going to have a giveaway. Yeah, where I give away a blend. Sound good? Maybe if I get a duplicate Mr. Bragg pipe from the one I already have, maybe we'll have a Mr. Bragg pipe giveaway. What do you think? Yeah. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for subscribing. Paul the Pipe Guy, live, over and out. Yeah, thanks for watching.